3 straight years, 2 worthy opponents, 1 game. It's the NFC Championship on Fox. The boys have owned the Niners, winning it all 2 straight years. But San Fran sent a serious message earlier this season. Mr. Troy's looking for 3 straight, but for Steve, his kingdom means nothing until he wears the crown. Jerry's the highest scoring artist ever, but the Dallas Big D has been a masterpiece. Michael loves his high-flying maneuvers, so the Niners brought in an air traffic controller. For Barry, this game means Judgment Day, while a loss for George could mean his last day. Emmett vows to carry the load, but without him, the Niners got a leg up. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The battle of the decade. Now, live from Candlestick, 4 guys who together have more rings than Liz Taylor. The NFC Championship on Fox.
Candlestick Park, and yes, the 49ers stayed hungry all year just to hold this pre-Super Bowl bash. And there's Steve Young, the league's MVP. He heads the guest list and wants his first Super Bowl ring as a starter. But Troy Aikman, who's never lost a playoff start, could spoil Young's fun. And Michael Irvin guaranteed a record 3rd straight Super Bowl crown. But guess what? San Francisco's Jerry Rice definitely won't be honoring that guarantee. And Deion Sanders, he's the hired gun who passed up millions just to be here, while wild horses couldn't keep a cowboy named Emmett away from this shootout.
And right tackle from North Carolina, number 79, Harris.
This is the game the Niners wanted. They've got it as we listen to the introduction to the home crowd here at Candlestick Park. And as we get set for our final thoughts, let's start first with the coach, Jimmy Johnson.
JB, because of the footing, look for problems in the kicking game. I look for some long kickoff returns. I look for some missed kicks and possibly some block kicks in this game.
A big problem for the Cowboys last game was the red zone. Troy Aikman threw 2 interceptions. The big reason they say for that is Merton Hanks was left available to float in the secondary because Dallas kept their running backs in. Today they will release their running back, 5-man pattern. Merton Hanks will have to account for Emmitt Smith. That will open up Troy Aikman.
Yeah, you look for the 49ers to feature not Ricky Waters because the field being sloppy and slow will neutralize his cutting ability. Look for Floyd, the fullback, to carry the load running the game between the tackles.
All right, Dallas and San Francisco, number 3. Folks.
All aboard for the NFC Championship.
Dallas and San Francisco have been on a collision course ever since the season began. The NFL's 2 juggernauts, head and shoulders above everyone else in the league. In 2 weeks, the Super Bowl will be played. After that, the Pro Bowl. Today, we'll play both. Their paths crossed once already this season, with the 49ers getting the best of the Cowboys. But Dallas only conceded the day, not the title. America's team is looking to steamroll to an unprecedented 3rd straight Super Bowl championship in their own private destination, immortality. While both teams are trying to outrace each other to the history book. Who will be the first to win a record 5th Super Bowl trophy? The Niners have added muscle in an attempt to dethrone their tormentors from Texas, who've knocked them off in the last 2 title games, while Dallas has had to overcome a string of potentially devastating injuries. And for the game's best quarterback, today is yet another chance for Steve Young to step out of the long shadow of Joe Montana, grab some of the hardware that he made famous, and ride off into the sunset. Candlestick Park in San Francisco, and the sun has been out all day. Weather had been a problem, at least that's what everybody thought, but not today. Not in the parking lot where the festivities have been going on since early this morning, and not on the playing field.